Communication is a crucial part of our lives, and effective communication can have a powerful impact on our relationships, our careers, and overall our well-being. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in this video, I will be discussing the importance of effective communication, and I'll be talking about some tips to improve this skill. Let's begin by defining what I mean by effective communication. Simply put, it is having the ability to convey information clearly and then being able to listen actively and attentively to others when they speak. It involves using verbal and non-verbal cues such as body language and the tone of your voice to communicate your message. And in most circumstances, it will require you to avoid getting distracted by your surroundings, as one very common example being on your phone during a conversation is not going to help. Which leads me into why it's such an important skill to learn. Being an effective communicator offers lots of different benefits. One in particular is that it will improve your relationships, where a partner or your friends are going to appreciate you giving them your full attention, opposed to what I just mentioned before, being distracted by something like your phone during a discussion. It generally improves teamwork, where the input of being on the same page offers better collaboration opportunities and a shared sense of responsibility among team members, which can lead to productivity being up. Better decision making is definitely another one, and overall having a more positive work environment. And last on my list for today is better problem solving, where if you pay full attention to whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you are going to have a much easier time figuring out exactly how to resolve any types of problems that come into play. So how do you improve this skill set? Well, to improve your communication skills, there are several things you can put in place. And the first is always going to be one that I am an advocate for, is to be very clear and concise. Try to get straight to the point. Providing context is great, but if the person you're talking to is pretty cluey, most of the time they probably aren't going to need a long and drawn out story. In most circumstances, they will probably only end up focusing on the key takeaways of the discussion anyway. I will even go as far to say that this will be a crucial piece of advice for anyone in a job interview setting. I've actually touched more on this in my video down here. Skip to the 9-minute mark for a specific example of how this could be applied and how it will benefit you in a job interview setting. I really do suggest going and giving that video a quick watch if you are someone who struggles in job interview settings. I think that there are some handy pointers that will help guide you through that scenario. And I've left a link down in the description below. So if you were going down there to click it, quickly do me that favor and hit the like and subscribe button as well. It really helps the channel grow, and I really do appreciate the support. Anyway, let's go back to how to improve this skill. Next is to avoid using jargon or complex language. I love that word. Jargon. Doesn't sound right. This is tying it back to my first point where I mentioned context. Context is handy to have. Just be smart about how you provide it to your peers. Make sure you focus on the key points of the message you're trying to convey. To be honest, I am definitely not the best at this. It is something that I am constantly trying to improve upon, and it's something that I do believe I have gotten better at over the years, but it's still a work in progress. Now, from the perspective of taking information in, practice listening actively and attentively, which means giving the speaker your full attention. Another important one is to ask clarifying questions and paraphrase what the speaker has said, which will show them that you've actually listened to what they've had to say, taken in the words, and fully understood them. So far, I have covered your contribution of speaking, your contribution of listening, and now for the final piece, which is your body language and your tone of voice. Non-verbal cues can actually convey more information than words. So make sure that your tone of voice and body language actually match the context of whatever it is you're discussing. You probably aren't going to be smiling while talking to someone who's grieving the loss of a loved one while talking about such a sensitive topic. That would most likely send the wrong message to the person at the receiving end. A good way to practice this is to try and see things from the perspective of that other person. Try to imagine how you would act physically when discussing certain topics with others, and then put that into practice to actually see what works well. And once that's all thrown together, it's pretty simple to continue the development of this skill. From here, you're going to want to use positive language as part of your discussions. Avoid using negative or judgmental words, and the most important is to be open to feedback and definitely at times constructive criticism. Then the best ways to actually put these skills into practice is through things like writing, general conversations with friends and family, any type of public speaking, and then one that definitely lots of people would have or find applicable would be any type of presenting in front of coworkers, which is something that I do myself and something that I've gotten better at over the years just from purely being exposed to that environment. All of these can help you adapt to different situations and audiences, and you will need to put a variation of what I've just covered into play in order to meet the needs of whatever those audiences look like. To wrap up today's video, I'm going to mention it again because I think it's important to say. Effective communication is a powerful tool that can have a positive impact on your relationships, your friendship groups, your career, and overall your well-being. It can help build trust, resolve conflicts, and result in more effective collaboration with others. By improving your communication skills and using them effectively, you can build stronger connections with others, which will be handy to have as you journey throughout your life. And that pretty much is everything I wanted to cover today. So if you enjoyed today's video, if it was somewhat insightful, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. I truly do appreciate any help or support for the channel whatsoever. It's been a pretty great 3 years building it out, and it's something that really does give me a lot of joy continuing on making these videos. So thank you if you did take the time out of your day to quickly do that. I really wanted to put some emphasis on how much I really do appreciate it. That being said, I don't have a hell of a lot more to talk about today. So enjoy your day, enjoy your week. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.